Can you not see me?
I can see you. What's that?
I can't see shit. I'm
What you
frozen on my
mean?
screen. I
Everything
can't see
moving
it.
on.
Are we live,
Everything.
nigga?
Yeah, no, we live, nigga. It's moving, nigga.
Of course we are.
It's comments popping up and everything.
Oh, really? It's comments too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Are you?
see comments. I don't see anything, nigga.
Uh,
Actually, I have the spinning wheel, the little
mm, the little thinking
rainbows.
wheel.
Yeah. I'm thinking I need to at least hit refresh, but I don't know what that's gonna do to the stream.
I don't know.
Let me do this. All right, let's try this. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I'll be
What's up,
right
baby?
back.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
Are you gonna just try to refresh it? The comment says hit refresh. Just do it. See what happens.
Cancel. Hold on. All right. How I look now?
It's still the same. Can you see us?
I can see myself frozen. I look like I'm frozen in a very awkward position.
Nah, it's on my screen. It's moving on
Okay.
the actual.
I think I can. Yeah, I think I'm good now. Oh, that's probably why that shit wasn't looking right to me either. So could you see the numbers on the countdown?
Actually, no. I don't think I could.
Okay. Okay. She said we're not frozen. I appreciate you, Isis. What's up, everybody? This was unplanned, but I watched. I was doing obviously the reviews episode by episode for Age of Attraction. I watched 3 through 5 earlier today, and honestly, like they kind of bored me. So I was like, I don't want to do individual videos for each of these episodes. So I hit Sean up, and he watched all of them too. So like, fuck it, let's talk about it here on live. So I do have all I think of the highlights or the important moments from each episode for us to get into. I know, Sean, you said that this was a show that you had a particular interest in, and I'll let you expound on that should you choose to. But yeah, get my schedule back up here now that I know that we're active.
We're
Sorry
actually
for the
here.
awkward start, but yeah, honestly, the screen was completely frozen to me. I couldn't tell that we were live. But we're gonna start at the beginning of episode 3. And before we start chronologically, did you have anything that you wanted to address just to set the
I
tone?
mean, like you said, this was once I saw it advertised, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this. I mean, I've been in the older women my whole life, so I really wanted to see how this social experiment was gonna play out. And I mean, just like the rest of the world, I wanted to see these men that are into the younger women. I wanted to see how they act. So it was on point for what my entertainment is. So I was happy about it. It hasn't bored me. I know you said the last 2 episodes boring to you, but it's keeping my attention.
I mean, certain scenes weren't boring, but outside of those certain scenes, because there's a lot of people on this show I honestly just I don't care to see. They don't
Mhm.
necessarily entertain me.
It's
But
the dynamic for me though. It's just watching the whole thing play through with these age gaps. I don't know. It's entertaining me
let's
for
talk
real.
about that because you said at the top that this was interesting to you because you've always been into older women.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Mm-hmm.
you like can so when you say older though, you don't just mean like
I
a couple
mean, no, I
years.
mean it. Now from I mean, I don't know. I've had some serious age gaps. When I was 18, I was talking to a lady that was 32. Uh, actually 18. I talked to a few. One that was 32. One that was I don't even remember how old she was. She was in her 40s though. I know one time in college I met this lady. She would never tell me her age. I'm pretty sure she was close to 60. She was bad. So I mean, I like older women. I've been with older women. I feel like I'm a expert in that category.
So is it like it's not to the point of like preference, like you prefer older, but you just appreciate them just as much as any other age
I
group.
mean, yeah, no, I love women altogether. I can appreciate the beauty in any woman, and but it was, I don't know, it was actually just a time in my life. Actually, it was when I first turned 18. Uh, I had an older woman approach me, and that was the first time. And then from that point, it never stopped. I don't know why, but it just happened everywhere I went. I meet a lady that was a good 10 to 15 years older than me and wanted to talk. So, and then it got to the point where I started approaching them myself. So I don't know. I don't know how it happens or what the dynamic is. Like if it's a, I mean, like I said, I see the beauty in all women. So I can't say it's a preference, but I've done it a lot.
All right. So on that note, we have an expert in dating older women with big age gaps with Sean here.
What
We don't have.
Smarty say is predatory, and I looking back, I kind of wonder if it was predatory. Like, I
I mean,
mean, like,
you told me a couple of the stories, and obviously we not gonna say nobody's names, but
yeah,
a couple of them do sound a
yeah.
little
The
predatory.
the very first one, like I said, the very first one was actually on
Yeah.
my 18th birthday, and like she just started, you know, touching me. Like she didn't say nothing, she didn't holler at me, she didn't do nothing, she just touched me. And as an 18-year-old boy, like I was aroused, so I went along with it. Now, if it was predatory or not, I don't know, but I enjoyed myself, so it's hard to say.
But you knew her before your 18th birthday.
I did, I did. I was actually, I mean, I was actually dating her younger sister, and that's how we knew each other. I mean, I ain't gonna get into too many details, but I was dating her younger sister, and me and her younger sister had birthdays that was close to each other, so it was a joint party.
There's so many layers to this shit, nigga.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even
that's
know
what
where
I'm
to
saying.
start.
I don't know if it was predatory or not, but it's how it
No,
happened.
it
So
definitely sounds predatory, nigga.
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds it sounds it sounds both predatory and like incredibly fucked up. Like
yeah.
this
Like
that's
I can give you more details that would prove that it was extremely fucked up. Hey, but like I said, it wasn't until I was well older, thinking back on it, because my whole life it was a great experience. But as I got older, you know what I mean. I started looking back like, hey, it seems a little off the wall. You know what I mean? And I could even go back to even when I was young. Like I'm talking, but I was probably, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10, and at a sleepover with my homeboy, and his 16-year-old sister came and jumped in my sleeping bag. Like, I don't know. She said it was a dare from her friends that she was hanging out with, but
nah
just the
16.
fact, yeah. And like I said, I was probably like 10, like somewhere between 10 and 12, I think. But I don't know. The fact that I was picked out of this dare, out of all the other boys at this sleepover, I don't know. It is like it was wild. But like I said, I enjoyed myself even then. So
I think, and that's the thing. That's where I think a lot of this it's a different conversation than the one we were intended to have. But I guess it kind of comes from talking about this show, because a lot of the elements of this show do feel somewhat predatory. Some of
yep.
the contestants, or not some of the participants on this show, come across, at least to me, as incredibly predatory. We'll get into them specifically, but I guess it's difficult when the male is the victim, because a lot of times we are all about it and we don't realize maybe at the time the kind of effect that actually has on us, going forward. Like, you don't know what kind of effect, honestly, that had on you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I still don't know to this day what kind of effect it had on me. But
yeah,
I still love life. I don't know. I still love women.
But no, her little sister's boyfriend on his 18th birthday is wild. And that one was 32?
Yeah. So, well, that one wasn't an actual relationship. That just was
you were talking to her little sister.
Yeah. Now, I was in a relationship with a little sister. That with the older woman, it wasn't an actual relationship. We just fooled around a few times. I don't even remember how old she was. But
was she married?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew her. I grew up with her husband too. Or not grew up with him, but I grew up with his little brother, and he was older. It was a
So we start episode 3 with
yeah. Come on, let's keep the show going. We got stuff to talk about. You got a list of what we doing. Come on.
So did anybody ever find out, nigga?
Yes. Man, look, I don't know, dog. She ended up, I'm gonna just say it. She ended up pregnant, and only one of my friends knew what was happening. And so he, started trying to question. I don't know what all happened. Her husband found out it wasn't his, and they divorced. I ended up seeing the lady some years later, and I asked her about it, and she was like, "Don't worry, it's not yours." And I was like, "Okay," and I left it at that. But yes, I don't know if he knew it was exactly me. He found out that baby wasn't his and divorced her. So, and my homeboy that did know, he was the inside scoop of telling me what was going on, and he said they was having all kinds of issues, but didn't know if it involved me or not. All right, age of attraction.
Yeah, we'll talk some more. I feel like I haven't heard this one somehow, but anyway,
it's because I'm keeping out so many details. Like if
Okay.
I told you who she was, you would know. Hey, she had a very specific title.
All right. Vanel just learned that Jorge is 60 years old. She thought this nigga was in his 40s. And I found that hilarious, first of all. I don't know how she thought this nigga was in his 40s. But she just found out he's 60. And to me, at first, like at the end of episode 2, right? When you first see her reaction, it's like, oh, like this might be a little bit too much. But then when you see like the full reaction at the beginning of episode 3, it kind of fed how I was feeling about everybody. Like everybody is just doing what they came here to do in the first place. I think, I don't know if she actually thought he was in his 40s, but I don't think she had any problem at all with him being 60. I think she might have been a little bit happy about it, honestly. Like slightly excited. I don't know what the fuck wrong with these people, bro. Like I feel like this is exactly what she came for, bro. Like when they were talking, she said specifically she wanted a dominant leader, right? And then you go for like literally the grandpa of the group. I don't know what she's looking for, but there's a reason her father told her not to get nobody 10 years older. He knows she's trying to replace him with somebody.
I mean, look, I look at it a little different though. Like from what I can tell about Vanel, like yes, she is into it. Like, I mean, I can break it down all the way down. Like from
let me ask you this. Hold on, I'm gonna let you go. Let me ask you this, because I had this thought, and I'm not saying this. I don't know nothing about this girl, and I'm not saying that she was or she is and nothing. but she gives me the impression that she used to dance.
Nah.
Or that she danced at some point.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
You don't get that?
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Right.
She's way too sheltered. I think that's what I think the problem is. I think she's been in a bubble her entire life.
Because I was going the opposite. I was thinking that she'd been out in the streets, and now she's trying to come back. But she's overcorrecting. And
nah. And see,
in that overcorrection, she's making this error by picking like a daddy figure.
Nah, I don't know what got her into older men, but she's sexually attracted to older men, and that's why she chose Jorge over what's his name, hey, because he looks older, hey, and I mean, it's still in shape and shit. Like all she cared about was how good he looked, which to me is very sexual. But then the way that she started acting afterwards, it's like that's really all you want, even though you're celibate. Like all you want to do is jump his bones. You know what I mean? And I think that comes from being so sheltered, yet having an attraction. Like if your dad had to tell you not to marry somebody 10 years older than you, you already have an attraction for older men. Like I ain't never told my daughters nothing like that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They've never given me an inkling to need to tell them anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I feel like she's been attracted to older men, and she's been in this bubble, and getting out of that bubble is what has caused her to just lose it. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she definitely came here for that specifically. I don't think she was shocked and appalled by him being 60 years old. I do think that she thought he was younger than 60 because he does have, young energy and whatnot.
I mean, she could have thought he was 40. You seen these 40-year-old men out here now, and they be full gray. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even have hair on their head. So the fact that he had, salt and pepper and still got hair on his head, she could have thought he was 40 something.
Yeah, and I knew niggas in their 20s and 30s that was full gray, nigga.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, you just never know.
And Dwayne Banks, we'll talk about. I see your comment. We'll talk about that when we get to that scene. But all in all, just talking about her seeing his reveal or revealing his age, I don't think that shocked her in the slightest bit. I think that like I said, everybody on this show came with an agenda, and they ended up leaving with the people that they came here to get with in the first place. So even if it's not something they've ever done before, the show gave them an opportunity to finally try it out, and they did it. Kudos to all the people that we saw that got with somebody within their age range. Those are all the normal folks that just hooked up with somebody that they liked and left the show. I hope somebody in that group found love. Some of them looked a little interesting. I would like to follow a couple of those couples. You know what I mean?
A lot of them looked interesting. Some of the younger ones. So
yeah, like I'd like to follow them a little bit, but kudos to them for like coming here and having common sense. So moving next, we got
I mean, I don't want to say common sense. Like I still don't think that it's abnormal to have an age gap.
Age gap is one thing, bro, but some of these are a bit much. I had to pull up the web page because I didn't grab graphics, but I wanted to pull up this picture specifically. Oh, so now there we go. Can y'all see that? No, I don't want to share that one. Hold on. I'm sharing a different screen. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So Pfeiffer and Herschel Jackson. This nigga's name is not his name is not Derek. His name is Herschel Jackson because he looks like Herschel Walker and one of the Jackson 5. But actually for Pfeiffer and Herschel, I actually feel like this is the most compatible couple of the group. At first, I thought their relationship was like a little weird, just because she seemed really young, and he was talking about having a 15-year-old son. And I don't know about bringing 22, 23-year-old white woman around a 15-year-old, black kid. That feels a black male kid. That just feels a little weird. I don't know what that. I just don't know, bro. I don't know,
You
bro.
know what?
There's so many layers to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
I
just
just
feels
realized
weird.
another thing too. Like my dad, he's dated a lot of age gaps. A lot of the women he's dated have been closer to my age than to his. So that's just another factor of why I guess it doesn't feel the same way to me as it does to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I said, I was 15 when he was dating a 23-year-old, and she was bad. Like, so yes, the boy, if she's bad and he's attracted to her, he's gonna be attracted to her. That's not gonna change nothing. But
No, I wasn't even talking about. I mean, yeah, that's obviously an element to it. If she's too close to his age range, and he's probably gonna have some sort of crush if she's cute. But I don't
yeah,
know. I wasn't even thinking about that part of it. I was just thinking about just like the social dynamics of it, and just how the kid processes that information. And I don't know. It feels like a weird decision for a 43-year-old man with kids of that age. But
I don't know. I didn't feel like like I said, from experience, I don't feel like it affected me. Like I knew her age, I knew the age gap, I knew she was closer to my age. We hung out all the time. So, you know, I don't know. I thought she was cool. She would buy me stuff, all kinds of stuff. I like this couple too, though.
I keep wanting to just keep going down that track, but I know, like it's endless. Like we'll never get back to the show.
No, yeah, I got all kinds of stories. But no, this is my favorite couple out of everybody. It's Pfeiffer and Derek. From the beginning, like from the time, and that I've tried to explain this to people too, just the way Derek said, like it's life experiences. You know what I'm saying? How he said he was surprised that at 23 she's had those life experiences to be as mature as she is. And I mean,
That nigga
Derek
don't know how
clearly is
mature
young
she
at
is. He
heart.
just met her, bro. Like this ain't even Love Is Blind, where they've been in pods for hours a day for however many days getting to know each other. They've gone on a couple of dates, couple of speed dating events. They sat around a cabin or whatever, talk for a little bit. We haven't really seen them go that deep to where he knows all this about her or knows this much about her personality to say that she's so mature. He just likes her.
You never know, man. I don't know what stories they didn't share with each other.
But I'm saying, like, how long have they even been here at this point? Have they given us a timeline, like from the beginning of the retreat to where they go off to the little trips and whatnot? Like, how long
I'm
is
pretty
that?
sure they was in the retreat for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
I guess, man. I don't know. I personally didn't see enough to feel like he even has enough information on her to say that she's so mature.
I think the way they showed it, it made it seem like people weren't having that many conversations, but I'm pretty sure they were. And I mean, I'm saying Pfeiffer and Derek been locked in since the beginning, so they probably just talked that whole 2 weeks. Like you can tell that they bonded. Hey, whatever it was, over life experiences or what. Like you look at both of them interact and you can tell that they bonded.
Yeah, no, I mean they definitely have a connection. But what I was gonna say, like, even though I voiced what issues I have, I do feel like watching them talk in episode 3 specifically. I felt like this was the most authentic connection. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was the most sincere with actually maybe liking this girl, and she just seemed to genuinely like him too. It didn't feel as much fetish as everybody else in some ways, but
Yeah.
I can see where you can get that impression. So then the next thing that I wrote down for us to talk about, Leah and Chris. Leah's getting the massage from Chris, and I just the whole time I'm watching Leah and Chris, because my first impression of Chris was Chris is here for Netflix. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do this show, he's gonna do Perfect Match, and whatever else Netflix will put him on, and he'll do whatever he can on each of those shows to stay on those shows as long as possible. So whichever one of these women was gonna be willing to be with Chris, he was gonna be with him. If it was Vanessa, cool. If it was the one that old boy called a Bond villain, that's the one he was talking to in the pool before Vanessa came and grabbed him.
Vanessa,
He'd been cool if it was her. He's cool if it's Leah. But Leah, for whatever reason, thinks that this is a real love story, and she in for a rude ass awakening, nigga.
Yeah, I was hoping she didn't get as wrapped up in it as she did. You know what I mean? Like I thought she was just gonna keep it surface level, but the more I heard her talk, I was like, damn, like, hey, why you acting like you like him so much? You know,
bro. Like she really seems to be feeling, bro. But it feels pretty apparent that, you know, this is just a show thing. You know what I'm saying, for him. And
that's the vibe I got from him too, from the beginning. It's like, do you really like? Because I'm saying, like, I don't. He looked like dude that'll usually date younger, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, he knew what was gonna keep him on the show, which was
on Perfect Match. On Perfect Match, we'll see him go after his actual type.
Yeah,
we'll see what he's really about. But let me take these people off. Hold on. But I had to bring up Herschel Jackson because I need to make sure people know who Herschel Jackson is, nigga. But the next scene I wrote down. So Jolene, the Asian Jolene, which is still wild to me, dumps Wes. Now, to me, Jolene and all the people that pick somebody in a reasonable age range, those are the MVPs of this whole series.
Jolene's not gonna ever find anybody.
Jolene is hats off to Jolene, man, because she realized that this is some stupid shit. She came on here to do the same thing that all these other weirdos came to do, and she was like, "Nah, I ain't doing this shit."
Yeah, I don't think she should have even been on the show. She just, I don't know. It just, to me, it felt like it wasted Wes's time. So I don't know.
It did. Ultimately, it did, because Wes wanted to continue in the experience. But I mean, come on, bro. Like,
I think Wes really liked her. I don't know why anybody would.
I mean, I'm sure he did like her, but if she's looking for a husband, reasonably, like, you wouldn't look in that age range at 49 years old. Or 48. She was 48, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she was 48, because I guessed that she was 50. But yeah, 48 years old, if you're looking for a husband, you're not looking for somebody in their 20s, because, you know, like if he wants kids eventually, like, they're in different places in life. I'm not saying like people with huge age gaps can't date if it's just, you know, if they're keeping it casual, you know, as long as it's two consenting adults. And like I said the other day, you know what I'm saying, if it's transactional, cool. You know what I'm saying? There's two consenting adults, everybody knows what's going on. But if you're talking about like an extended relationship, you're talking about getting married, like, you have to be with somebody who is at least close to your life path. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying life path and age is two different things.
I said life path specifically.
But I'm saying, I mean, and I think that's why I think Jolene's not finna find anybody, because she's not willing to give anybody a chance to see what life path they're on.
Well, we don't know that just based on this experience. We don't know that based on her being a 48-year-old woman deciding not to go further and experience with a 20-something-year-old man.
But it's the words that she chose to use that let me know that she never opened up to it, period. Like, she's looking for somebody specific, and most women that go out looking for something so specific never find it.
So we have different impressions of the Jolene West situation. I feel like she did the right thing. You feel like she wasted people's time. When we both might be right.
Yeah.
Next, we see Herschel Jackson and Pfeiffer in the promise room, and they reveal each other's ages. Now, I was a little bit surprised at her age. I thought she was going to be in her mid to late 20s. I didn't think she was 23.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be 27, 28.
Yeah. I thought she was. I almost guessed she was in her 30s, like early 30s. So she does carry herself like an older woman, but 23 is still 23. But Herschel turned out to be 43. I'm overshooting all of the black people because I just feel like that's the best way to get them close. But what's funny though, if I would have guessed what I actually thought Herschel was, I'd have been right, because like he's
for real
low 40s. I felt like he was in his low 40s, but I was guessing like close to 50, because I figured like that's the type of nigga they'll put on here. He'll say 50 and everybody's like, you know what I mean? So that's why I thought. And the same thing with Leah. I guess Leah was, no offense, I guess that Leah was 60.
Damn, that shit is wild, nigga. That's the
and that's
wildest guess I've ever heard in my life.
that's not to say that she looks old. I'm saying that she looks like a young looking 60-year-old.
It didn't make it no better, nigga. Hey, in the words of Prince Harry, like, you got away with words, don't you?
All right. But the reaction between Herschel and Pfeiffer in the Promise Room was predictable. They're both cool with it because, again, this is what they came here to do in the first place. Now we'll bring up Logan and Vanessa. I don't like Logan or Vanessa. I don't like Vanessa because I feel like Vanessa is who you say Jolene is. She'll never find
Vanessa
her.
definitely is that.
Yeah.
Vanessa is that in the worst way possible.
Exactly. And then Logan, to me, is just obviously the fakest person on the season. I feel like he's by far the most I'm here for TV, even more so than Chris, because even though Chris is also here for TV, he'll actually play that part. Like while he's in that role, he'll be Leah's man, you know what I'm saying? And he'll do all the things that Leah wants him to do to her. You know what I'm saying? But Logan, I feel like she's trying to just stay on the show without really, having to invest all that energy into Vanessa. But your impression of these two?
I mean, like I said, Vanessa, I stopped liking Vanessa when what she said about Chris. Like, she literally went over there, pulled him away from another girl, jumped in his lap and started making out with him, and was like, I don't like guys that move that fast. Like, what? Like, straight called it off with him because of whatever she did, which was wild to me. So that already made me not like her. But and then she kind of started doing the same thing with Logan, and it's like it's things that you're initiating, and what I'm saying, or whatever, and then calling them out for it. But that whole thing with Logan and the not giving her none, it was like, well, like, you dumped Chris for moving too fast, and now you about to dump him for moving too slow. Like,
well, and that's the thing. We'll stay on them because I don't want to come back to them anyway. I think with Vanessa, part of her problem is she's always looking for the next thing, or she's always comparing. Like there's no satisfaction within. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why she has. I think that's why she has issues with the dudes that she chooses, and I think that's also what happened with the whole Logan situation. She was talking to Teresa, and she heard that Teresa and John got busy. After she heard Teresa and John got busy, she want to get busy because she here to do the same shit Teresa is here to do.
Yeah,
get a little young thing to turn out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is strictly a competition with Teresa. If Teresa's getting bent over, Vanessa wants to get bent over. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely didn't get bent over.
We know Logan ain't her dude. She ain't gonna be with Logan going forward. Logan ain't even serious. But
what do you think about what he said when she got disrespected? When he was like, obviously there's an age gap between us.
I mean, it's true.
But you know what? I didn't feel that way. Like, if you seen both of them walking down the street, you wouldn't think that there was that big of an age gap. Like, nigga,
he looks way older than 29. I thought that nigga was clean mid-30s.
Yeah, at the beginning of the show, I thought he was one of the older men. Like, it wasn't until I saw him talking to Vanessa, it was like, oh, you supposed to be one of the young niggas? Like, so when he said that, I was confused. Like, nah, I wouldn't say obvious, nigga. Like, you just said that purely to disrespect her.
And how old is Vanessa? Because I thought Vanessa was in her 50s.
She 49.
49? Okay.
Yeah, he's 29 and she 49.
All right, yeah. So she's right there with Jolene.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess both of them to be around 50.
Yeah. Well, actually, I thought she was gonna be closer to, wasn't it, Teresa's age? I thought she was gonna be 54, 55. But I mean, it ain't that far off. But
I thought Teresa was 64, 65. So
yeah, I thought Teresa was real old.
and then they said, and we're right here. So at the beginning of episode 4, everybody's, they're in the whatever, where the fuck they at? Somewhere in Canada. It's beautiful though, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's standing outside and they're revealing all their ages to each other, and they're acting all shocked and appalled when they hear Leah's age, and I'm just like, I was surprised, nigga, but not in the way.
I'm pretty sure they were acting shocked because they thought she was older, and then had to play it off like, "Damn, I thought you was in your 30s." Hey, I'm pretty sure they all thought she was older and was like, "Oh my god!" Like, "Oh wait, like I forgot there's cameras."
I don't think anybody was actually surprised by Jorge. I think that they were kind of playing that up a little bit.
I mean, no, I didn't think that nigga was 60. I thought he was in his 50s. You know,
that nigga screamed 60. Screamed 60. It was the classic.
The only thing that screams 60 is his swag. That's the only thing that screams. Like when a 60-year-old man that looks that young, that's exactly how he dresses. He wears sweatsuits and solid white shoes, and he, instead of putting waves in your hair, you just slick it all flat every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that's
he got a couple long strings coming forward.
Yeah. You can't edge it all the way up, so you got to slick it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the only way. Like that's the only way that I knew that he was. You know, it didn't shock me as much, but you know, I could see somebody not knowing why that swag is the way it is, thinking that he was in his 40s or 50s. But ain't no 40-year-old man finna wear no goddamn jump or sweatsuit, nigga. The same color at least.
So while at the gathering, we hear Vanell telling the girls that Jorge ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
He wants to wait until marriage to have children. And that's one of the things that she really respects about him.
Yeah, now that ain't her fault. That's all his fault.
100%. So they get back to the crib. They get back to the crib, and you can tell, bro. And this is what I was saying when they first talked. I was like, I don't like this, because he just has way too much experience on her. He has way too many years. He's gonna dominate every conversation, every argument, every discussion. So even when he's telling her about the kids, it was very gaslighty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you know, I didn't lie about it. You know, kind of. He didn't say that per se, but almost like it's not like she asked him and he said he didn't have kids, so he didn't really do anything wrong by not telling her. It just wasn't the time to tell her. You know,
no, she definitely asked, and she definitely asked straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, no. And when they was in the promise room, she said, "Do you have any kids, or how do you feel about kids?" And
he just didn't answer the "do you have" part.
Yeah, he went straight into that. You know, I would like to have kids, but it wouldn't be with somebody that's not my wife, giving the impression that, oh, I don't have a baby mama because I don't do that. And you know, I wondered from when I saw that, I wondered. I was like, it seemed real gas, like nigga, I know you got kids, nigga. Oh, hey, ain't no 60-year-old black man ain't got no kids, nigga. Like, but I felt like maybe he didn't say nothing because, like, nigga, you ain't finna see my damn kids. These some grown ass people, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I thought that's what he was saying, and that's what I think. I'm pretty sure he has grandkids as well.
And I think he was going off of that technicality too. If she did call him out on that, like, well, you know, my kids are grown, so I don't have kids technically. I don't have kids. You know, and my babies are grown. They on their own. My babies got kids. I ain't got no kids.
And I'm saying, when you at that age, like nigga, I'm not finna introduce you to my kids, nigga. Like, you might meet them eventually one day if we actually do this, but.
You know what I'm saying? It's only by the grace of God that I ain't got no grandkids right now, nigga. Yeah. And you, nigga.
If my oldest daughter would have turned out to be mine, I would be a granddad right now.
Oh, sure. Mariah has
yeah, she got a baby.
My bad, bro. I ain't up here saying names and shit. she got a baby?
Yeah, she had a baby.
Okay.
So, but since she's not mine, I'm not a grandkid.
That's what I thought. I thought she just asked him if he wants kids, and then that's how he answered the question. But I just felt like I thought he just conveniently left out the fact that he has kids because they're grown.
She ran it all together. Like, I had to like pay attention and see, like, she ran it all together, and he just, you know, it was just the perfect situation for him to be able to do that. Like, if she'd have asked individually, then he wouldn't have been able to do that. Or if she'd have went back and been like, hey, you didn't answer the part about do you have kids?
But my thing, like, how does that not come up before y'all get to the promise room? Like, what conversations are y'all having if you don't even know that this nigga got kids?
I thought I was, when I started the whole show, like I was wondering what they were gonna say about kids because hey, you tell me you got a 20-something-year-old son, like it ain't hard to do the math that you almost 60. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Like,
no, that's not necessarily
so
true. But the thing that's first of all, it's not necessarily true. But the
I mean,
thing
yeah,
is, but the thing is, dog, I feel like they can tell that by just looking at each other. I'm sorry, I'm not that. Even though I'm way off on some of these people, it's just because I'm overestimating. And come on now, like nobody got Leah right.
yeah. And then, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's the whole thing. Like you would think, like I said, if Leah came and hollered at you at the bar, you would think that an older woman was hollering at you when you got years on her, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's the same with a few of. I mean, I done met some girls I thought that was real young, and they was like, "No, I'm 32." Like, oh shit, damn. You know.
There's a consensus. Apparently, she did ask both questions, and he just kind of blew over that first one.
Oh
So,
yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did.
all right. So next we got Leah and Chris discussing the fact because she found out at the little get together that Vanessa and Chris actually kissed when they were back at the retreat. I don't necessarily think it matters, but Leah appears to be upset about it because Chris never divulged that information.
I kind of feel her on that though. Like nobody wants to be blindsided in public. You know what I mean? Like we having a conversation with another couple, and it gets disclosed that y'all kissed, and 3 out of the 4 people already know about it. I would be upset too.
Yeah, I'll give her that. But again, it just further emphasizes the point that she's not taking this experience for what it is. Like
Yeah,
this
she's
is
way too into it.
you're just in Jamaica for a couple of weeks, baby. Just have a good time, enjoy yourself. You got your little Lebanese lover boy, but don't catch feelings, Leah. So next we got John and Teresa, and they get freaky, and we hear it all.
We do.
And I gotta admit, I felt a little sick. I don't get it, bro.
Y'all get it?
I don't get it, dog.
I don't know. I'd have did it too, nigga.
So Teresa,
I
good with
would.
that?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have hollered or pursued, but
But
in,
Teresa walks up to you, it's on and popping.
yeah, if she just wanted to give it to me, yeah, I definitely take it. But
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that's really mostly on some fetish shit. Not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would just want to see what she looked like naked. Does that See, this is why I can't be saying shit, dog. Is this a safe space? What's up?
Let's talk about
we didn't finish John and Teresa, nigga.
Okay, go ahead. What you gotta say about John and Teresa, man?
I mean, yeah, they seem like they had fun. They enjoyed themselves. I believe it's a good couple. It's a huge age gap, but I believe it's a good couple.
Yes, it is.
Can't be honest with y'all.
No, he's dead ass. He's not playing. Like, who said he was playing? He's not playing.
Oh shit.
All right, so here's the main sub because I really ain't got nothing to say about everybody else. as far as the rest of the couples. I'm done with everybody. If you have anything else, John and Teresa, I don't know what's going on there. I feel like her family is going to be the thing that tears that up.
She's not ready for this type of relationship. You can tell she's always wanted it. She's probably been attracted to a lot of younger men, and she's really turned on.
All of her sons, homies.
I mean, possibly. But I'm saying, dog, we in a different world. Like it's a lot of niggas that straight walk up to their homie's mama and compliment her. And women love compliments. And it's gonna obviously put a thought in your head. Not all women, but some women get complimented by the right swag and it puts thoughts in your head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know a lot of my homegirls in their 40s now hollering at these, or not hollering at, but these 20-something year olds are hollering at them and they're going. You know what I'm saying? They go out on a few days, see how it is, and they enjoy themselves. Hey,
yeah, I mean, but I mean, a few dates between somebody in their 40s and somebody in their 20s, not as egregious, depending on how deep into the how early in the 20s we're talking about. But I mean, come on, bro, like damn near 60 and 20.
I mean, you can't say it's not, a real connection that could go somewhere. It can go somewhere if both people are willing to try. Like they seem happy together. The only thing, like you said, is gonna break them up is the outside appearance.
I feel you, Amy. All right, but the main thing I feel like that happened in all three of these episodes is the conflict between Old School and Vanille over celibacy. So at the end of episode 2, I believe it was, at the end of episode 2, when they were in the promise room before, she revealed her age and whatnot, she was telling him like, hey, one thing that's really important to me in my walk with God is, I've been celibate for 2 years and I'm going to remain celibate until I get married. I thought his response was a little interesting because it wasn't, I'm totally fine with that. I respect that. It wasn't really confirming the fact that she wants to remain celibate. It was more so, oh, you can tell me that. I'm not scared of that. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel like he heard that and thought, I can still hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just she says she's celibate right now, but I've heard this before because candidly, we've all kind of heard that before, you know what I'm saying? To some extent.
Yeah.
Like we've all come across one that was like, I'm not doing this, and the next thing you know, we doing that. And it's not even off of some effort on your part, it just ends up naturally happening. We've all been in situations where at the beginning of the courtship, so to speak, the girl will say, I'm not looking for nothing serious. Next thing you know, she acting like you in something serious. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that's said at the beginning isn't necessarily meant. So I just felt like he thought that wasn't gonna be a real obstacle for him, and that's why he responded to it that way. And it turns out as we go through the process, we hear them, kind of doing something, and I feel like he was intentionally saying things to signal to the cameras, to us, that they were doing things. I feel like he was violating her trust in some ways because she was presenting this, this chastity front, and it's not a front. I mean, if she's not having sexual intercourse, then she is celibate in that sense, because I believe you can be you're already shaking your head. I believe there's a difference between penetration and all the other things. So if a girl wants to do all the other things and not be penetrated and call that celibacy, I think that's a version of celibacy, bro.
It's
but regardless of that, because I think the problem is that celibacy. I don't want to get caught up in semantics. All right, so let's say it's not celibacy. The point was she didn't want to have sexual intercourse until she got married. So for him to then say the fact that we're doing all of these things, and I believe he was saying on camera, we're doing all of these other things to us because he wants us to know that although she ain't let me hit, she did all these other things and we did all these other things. So I still get some sort of, credit for that. I feel like that's why he was doing that, which is fucked up. Completely disrespected. I felt like that was so disrespectful, bro. Like honestly, because because, bro, if that's the conversation, right? If they're doing all these other things, then to me, hey, nigga, be grateful, because some girl might be like, hey, I don't want to do shit until marriage. We can kiss, we can hold
Okay.
hands, we can make out. If she's willing to give you some other things until y'all, make that ultimate commitment, then respect that. But don't then come on camera talking about you doing this and this and this. Why don't you just go and let me in? I thought that shit was nasty. I thought it was predatory. I thought it was aggressive. I thought it was disrespectful of her wishes and desires. I thought it was borderline rapey, nigga. I didn't like that shit, nigga.
Okay.
Like
let me go now. I'm gonna go back to where you started, episode 2 at the ending, when she talking about the celibacy thing. I believe he said that he can respect that and do that because he felt like he can. He's a 60-year-old man, nigga. I'm pretty sure he can go without sex. Hey, I don't think he had any problem with the celibacy. But if you tell somebody that you're celibate, like he said this, that he was finna go to sleep, turned over, and was about to go to sleep, and she started cuddling. Like, so when you tell me you're celibate, like don't try to turn me on, and then just to be like, no, we not finna do it. Like,
nigga, she can't cuddle you if she's celibate, nigga.
I mean, if she just want to hug and go to sleep, but if you start touching me and kissing on me, like that's called foreplay, and we're not finna foreplay.
But apparently she's willing to finish you,
and then we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna play this game of, oh, we're innocent Christians and we're not doing it, and you want to touch on me every damn night, like, and make me nut in the worst ways possible. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, dog. How is that in the worst ways possible, nigga?
Because there's only one place that's the best place to do that.
Okay, I agree. There's one place that by far that is the best place to do that. But if her boundaries are, I'm not doing that unless it's with my husband, but I'm willing to do all these other things. As a 60-year-old man, if you can go a few days without it, if it's no problem, why can't you?
It's the confusion in the principle.
There's no confusion. What are you confused about? When y'all get married, you can go in the other place.
Listen, I don't know how many of these intense experiences that you've been in.
A whole lot.
But
listen. I've been in a whole lot of these experiences where maybe there's a little tit play, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of how far things went, it was always her discretion. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in those situations where, a woman may have some questionable boundaries, but all you do is you just follow whatever those boundaries are. And if you're really cool about it, then whatever she allows in that moment is just whatever gets allowed. Sometimes everything gets allowed.
That shit was fine. That shit was perfectly fine in our 20s. Yes, we can sit there and play and then nothing else happens. At the ripe age that I'm at right now, 45, if you touch me, like, I'm not playing. Hey, we're not playing games. Like, it's gonna either naturally happen or we shouldn't have even started it. Hey, I'm a grown ass damn man, not no kid. I don't want to be sitting here spooning and shit, hunching. Hey,
so you gonna get mad, bro? So you get mad. So you just met this girl, beautiful girl. You just met her. She likes you. You like her. She has this one boundary where she says that, look, we can do all these other things. We can express our physical desire for each other, but I don't want to have sexual intercourse until I'm married. You as a grown man, you in this relationship with this girl, you gonna get mad at her trying to cuddle you in bed.
Because I'm not gonna get mad at her for cuddling me in bed. I'm gonna get mad at her for breaking my boundaries.
Nigga, like, so she says she don't want to have sex until marriage. You don't want her to touch you.
Yes. No, not like that. Like, yeah, we can. So
you gonna say in a touch-free relationship, nigga?
No, I mean, we can hold hands, we can kiss, we can do whatever. But when we lay down, it's obviously to sleep because we don't have sex. So, I mean, no foreplay. That's all I'm saying. Don't pretend like we're having sex. You know what I'm
That's dumb
saying?
as hell, nigga. That's
Nah,
like,
nigga. Listen. Just think about it. Would you? I mean, you a grown ass man right now. You feel like playing pretend with some 20-year-old?
nigga,
Playing
it's not.
pretend, nigga?
Hey, bro, if I walk up to a buffet and they're
Mhm.
like, "Hey, right now there's something wrong with the noodles, but we got plenty fried rice." I'm still gonna eat the fucking fried rice, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you to turn around and say fuck this restaurant, fuck y'all, I'm leaving. I just think that's a bit much, nigga.
It
Like
depends on how much you want noodles, nigga. Because there's another restaurant 5 minutes down the road that got noodles. So if you really want noodles, you can go get
but
noodles.
okay, so let's continue this. They have the when the noodle, and I'm gonna switch it because I prefer fried rice. I don't really fuck with the noodles. So fried rice is my shit. If they don't have fried rice, I'm probably leaving. But if it's my favorite restaurant, right?
Uh-huh.
If I'm about to make this the only restaurant I go to because their fried rice is the fucking best, and they're like, you
Okay.
know what, man, we came across some hard times. We're not gonna have fried rice for a couple of weeks, but bear with us. We'll be right back. I'm not gonna stop fucking with that restaurant because I don't get the fried rice for a period of time.
But are you
If that's really my restaurant, nigga, then eventually I know I'll get that fried rice. So if you really like her, if that's really the girl that you, and that's the thing. Like everybody
wait,
ain't
you're
just here
missing the
fucking
point. You're
around.
missing the point. You're missing the point. Are you still gonna go every day and eat the noodles?
I'm not,
Oh, oh. I'm saying you have to go to that restaurant every day and eat the noodles and not get fried rice.
I don't know if this analogy works for that.
No, it works perfectly. That's perfect. I just fixed it for you. You have to eat
Okay.
the noodles every day, nigga.
So I have to eat noodles every day, but I know that eventually I'll get the best fried rice ever.
Yes. Or you could just go get it fried
Then
rice
I'm gonna eat
somewhere
the
else.
noodles.
You
If
gonna
if
eat the
if
noodles.
if the restaurant means that much to me, if their fried rice is that good, then yes, I'll eat the noodles.
But now you've only eaten at this restaurant twice. You've only been there. You first appeared there a couple of weeks ago. Is your loyalty that strong to this restaurant?
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Obviously, he didn't like her as much as he was proclaiming because he's largely unaffected by this. She's crying, talking about, she had, and I just think that's her, whatever her issue is, because I don't know why she would be so deeply in love with this man who
Cause she
wouldn't
a
let her get
freak.
a word in edgewise and pretty much dominated their entire experience together. But so whatever her trauma is that has her thinking that she's sad about this relationship devolving, that I don't know. I just firmly believe him having that much of an issue with her wanting to do everything but intercourse is weird. I just feel like, okay, that's her boundary. She don't want to have intercourse. Okay, cool. I can go without intercourse for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he was standing his ground. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like the dude. Like I still think it's weird to date somebody that much younger than you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and let's yeah. Before we kind of put the cart before the horse because like, and this shouldn't be a relationship in the first place. Like I was
yeah,
saying,
not
the only way
that.
they should cross paths if it was transactional.
Yeah,
If she was
I'm
working.
saying if it was just a wham bam thing and she was okay with it, that's fine. But like nigga, you'll be dead before she hit 40. So I don't know what's the point. Was that too much?
I I don't know. I'm not sure. I heard something about dead before 40, and that clocked me back in, but then I wasn't sure what was said before that. So I think I was reading a comment and that kind of threw me off.
Mm.
But I am disappointed in that we don't get to see her family check him because I wanted to see her pops and brothers have words with
I just wanted to
those
see
who.
what the interaction would be like. You know what I'm saying, bro? We know Jorge's, nigga. I mean, especially being out here in Texas, like nigga, we grew up with a bunch of Jorge's. And if her dad isn't a Jorge, like I don't know. Her dad and her brothers could have possibly just got punked just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of didn't want to see that, but I wanted to see what kind of people she had to see if they could maybe dominate over him, but I don't think they would have. I think he'd have made all of them look crazy. And like I said, I'm not saying it's right, but he held his ground on everything he said. He left, you know, still being the man that he was, whether it's the man that people like or not. So
Yeah, obviously he thought that he could convince her, and he thought that once that they started doing other things, because I'm sure that's why they started doing. It ain't like he said we started doing all these other things and I got mad and stopped you. We doing all these other things, so he was allowing all these other things to happen, and he thought that at some point it would just naturally progress to the next step. And I don't know if he wasn't such a fucking asshole, nigga. At some point, it may have, nigga. You know what I mean?
yeah,
If she was doing what he described, which I won't repeat, but essentially, he described that they were simulating it without, you know, what I mean. So
yeah,
if there's enough simulation going on, and he's treating her right and not over talking her, and apparently trying to fight bums in the street. I don't know what that whole story was,
and
nigga.
see, I mean, and see, that's another thing that made me feel like she's just from that bubble. Hey, I'm saying, I don't know if you just not putting on the Jorge's that we know. Hey, I got cousins that's exactly like that man. I'm talking about dressed like him, jewelry like him, everything. And they, yeah, like somebody come up to you talking crazy. Like what she wanted was for a man that when somebody come up talking crazy to de-escalate the situation, but there's not a Jorge alive that's gonna de-escalate a situation. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be with a girl that wanted me to de-escalate a situation. Like you come up to me talking crazy, I'm finna escalate the hell out of that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm about that life. But hey, she doesn't want that. That's why she was uncomfortable. She like, oh my God, two men about to fight. Hey, which means she's never seen two men fight. Which is why I think that her dad would have got beat up by Jorge. Hey, you know what I'm saying? She's just not from that life, and he's lived that life for like double the time that she's been alive, a life that she ain't never even seen. Like that's why she's attracted to it. He's an old man, he's a gangster, it's everything that she's never seen before. So
Is he a gangster?
yeah, well, I consider myself a gangster, but just the other day you called me a friendly ass nigga. So no,
Gangsters can be friendly, nigga.
that's what I think, nigga.
I mean, like, all right, like, so first of all, clarification: no affiliation. Ain't nobody affiliated with shit. You
Mhm.
can be gangster and still be a kind person. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
just not somebody to be trifled with necessarily.
yeah.
But no, you are friend. Ain't nothing wrong being friendly, nigga.
But yeah, I think Jorge, he done lived on the streets. You know what I'm saying? He done got into some scuffles. He ain't scared of no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like most black men that grow up in the hood, nigga. So she's just not from a black man that grew up in the hood, or not one that cares about where he grew up from.
Uh, I still think it was weird, bro. I feel like it wasn't happening fast enough for him, and so since she wasn't breaking him off none, he was like, all right, I'm out of here. Let me go mess with the young things that I know are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Let
Back to the
me,
usual.
yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I say I think he was by the
But
time that ended that
I'll say
conversation, I
this:
think he was done.
props to her for leaving though. You know what I'm saying? Because like some people would have just stayed throughout the rest of the process. I do appreciate that she said, okay, you're never gonna let me get a word in, because that was my whole point. He's gonna dominate every conversation, every argument. He's gonna dominate. Like he's not gonna change. Nigga, 60 years old. Like you're
Yeah,
not.
nah, he's not going to change.
Yeah, he is who he is. So it's only going to go up from here. So I'm glad that she at least recognized that this wasn't a good fit, and that she just needed to go to go a different direction. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I get you with this too, because I also agree with Sean. Like, if somebody runs up and they on smoke for real, sometimes you can't de-escalate. Sometimes you gotta let them know that this isn't gonna go well for you. You know what I mean? So there's an element of that to it, but we don't know what exactly happened, because it could have just been an old homeless man asked for some money or some shit, nigga. You know what I mean? And he just got mad. You know what I mean? Or,
You know, he said they were
or
talking reckless.
maybe reached out like they were walking by and he reached. I don't know, bro. Like we don't know what happened because
I
I
mean,
think it's entirely possible that he overreacted to some shit.
nah, I think somebody said something reckless and she got scared. I mean, it depends on your overreaction, like you said. Like, are you gonna try to de-escalate or escalate? I'm gonna escalate the situation. So most people think my reaction is overreacting, but that's why I think people shouldn't mess with me because I'm gonna definitely overreact. I think that's why people should mind their own business, period, because you don't know who will overreact. But I just so happen to be one of them overreacting ass niggas. So
And if she don't want to be with a nigga who overreacts and demands sex when she's doing everything else,
he did not demand sex, nigga. All he did was question it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I still think it's weird. I still think he went about it the wrong way, but all he did was question it. Nigga.
Sean, you are familiar with manipulative ways like that. That is no, he's not demanding it because he would look awful on screen demanding that she give him sex. What he was doing was he was letting it be known there was a problem with her not giving him sex because they're doing all these other things. So he had an attitude with her. He was acting a certain way. It was, I'll say, coercion. He was trying to coerce her into saying, okay, if I'm doing XYZ, I'm not really being celibate. So we might as well just go ahead and have sex. He was trying to convince her that her boundary didn't make logical sense. So she might as well go on and let him hit. That's what he was trying to do. Now you can say he didn't come out and ask, but that was the plan. She just fucked it up because she was like, I'm not staying and doing this no more.
I don't know. I you know what I'm saying. I think he was already done with it, dog. I don't know. I believe him. I believe that he thought when she said she was celibate that they just weren't going to do anything. And I believe that when she started doing stuff, it confused him, dog.
That nigga was not, bro. He was not confused. You said it already. He's 60 years old. He's not confused. This isn't his first rodeo. This isn't the first girl he's come across. He said, I ain't dealt with this before. No, you dealt with it before. You overcame it, nigga. I'm sure somebody in your past has said they're waiting until marriage and you still beat. And that's what he thought was going to happen this time. She said we wait until marriage. He thought they were still going to beat. He knew they were going to do other things.
I'm saying, bro, I don't say in every situation I've been in like that, that was never my thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, this is back in my 20s because now I would never allow that to happen. Hey, if you say that you celibate, I'm not going to touch you and I don't want you to touch me. But in my 20s, I went through a lot of situations like that and it always led to us having sex. And then it always led to that girl hating me because we had sex. Like, but never was it my intention to try to beat the fact that she didn't want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't me like going and touching on her or trying to get her turned on. It was always her doing these things and then trying to stop herself. Like, which in the 20s, that's a little easy to do. Like right now, I would not want to try to do that with some girl that's sitting there playing around. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you want to be celibate, but then you want to do everything you can other than that. Hey, it's just, I don't know. It's I don't know.
I don't get it. I see it as a win, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like if I like the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like if I see a future, if I'm like, okay, I really could see myself marrying this girl. I like her that much, and she's willing to do XYZ leading up to that point. I see that as a win. I'm not really tripping about that, and I don't understand being upset about it unless you have no intention of really being with her long term, and you just trying to hurry up and smash while filming is going on. That's the only reason you would get upset, bro.
I don't know. I'm saying I would get upset now because of my previous situation. Like I said, I was with a girl for a while that did not want to do it until she was married. I was perfectly fine with that. I was gonna still be with her. I mean, I was doing stuff still, but like I was fine with it. And we could have waited for as long as she wanted. And it was her. Like she kept spending the night at my house, and then grinding on me, all this other stuff until we did it. And like somehow couldn't forgive herself and blame me and ended the relationship. Like, I don't know, it's just all around crazy.
You was probably coercing her to get her to that point. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.